I'm an idiot, right? I keep forgetting that this thing. Yeah. Okay. To be fair, I've been away from a week, so like, give me a break, please. All right. So we should be getting footage here soon. Apparently, people have already played it early, so we should be seeing gameplays after this. My assumption is, um, hopefully, it goes interestingly well. I really am looking for the kill streak system. That's what I'm really like. That's my number one thing. So, what's up, Roto? What's up, Brim? Was able to recharge at Seattle. So, Brim, you here? I can show something off to you if you are. Oh man. All right. So, what do I want out of this multiplayer reveal? Let's see here. I want to see more color. I want to see 3-lane maps. I want to see kill streaks, not pity streaks. Oh, I had a really good time, Rita. You're at work and you're watching? Well, I appreciate you stopping in for a moment, Bullet. Thank you. Sledgehammer Games is in the chat right now of the Call of Duty thing. What else? I wish it was just pick 10 like Treyarch used to do, personally. Don't know if that'll be the case. And I'm trying to think of like what is it that I hate about Cold War? Skill-based matchmaking, we're not gonna know until the day of release. So, but isn't the beta this week? If you pre-ordered it, I saw someone tweet out that if you pre-ordered, you can go ahead and start preloading now. So either I need to hit up somebody and see if I can get a beta code, or might have to pre-order. Wait, what? Since when does YouTube have these abilities? YouTube is straight up getting stuff off Twitch. Create a highlight video. Add a stream marker. Share. What? This is weird. YouTube has been doing some upgrading in the background. They haven't just been stagnant. Weird. You can weld and watch at the same time? Could you do that on Twitch, or is that only a YouTube thing? Because I am considering possibly divvying up my stream time between Twitch and YouTube again. Considering it. I like the fact that I'm seeing some features that I haven't seen before. They got clips now? Yeah. So like I'm curious. I'm really curious. And now my Discord is going down or restarting. Not like I need it. Alright, there it is. What's up, Big Nose? How's it going, my man? Bram, are you here? I wanted to show off the thing I got for you. Okay, they have a countdown timer, but it says 3. It's not going. Only YouTube? Okay. I know a lot of people can only watch on YouTube. That's what kind of sucks when I went over to Twitch, is like I lost a lot of people who rely on the encoding engine. So, yeah, I'm going to show it off. I don't know if Brim's here or not, but I'm going to show it off. Is this called? Yeah, I think this is what, a D20, Brim? But I went ahead and got you one of these while at PAX. Come on, focus. Red and black. You know, that way you have to think of me when you're rolling this dice. Oh yeah, it was fun, Big Nose. We did a lot of things that, let's be honest, PAX was like 45 minutes worth of a walkthrough. But yeah, it was fun. Ate a lot of food, did a lot of things. Can't tell if it's about to launch or not. It went from 3 to 2. I'm assuming that's minutes. Yeah, so there's still 2 minutes waiting on the YouTube stream before it's going live. Like, we ended up going to a park that had a concert going on, so we just chilled outside because we could still see in and the music was quality. So we just sat there right next to the Space Needle listening to a concert. The band was, I think, is it Churches? And instead of the U, it's a V. I've never heard of them before, but their music was actually nice. It was like a rock electro kind of thing, it felt like. Could be wrong. I have a lot of we did the Seattle Underground as well, and I went to Dick's per Cougar's advice, which seemed like it was if McDonald's made fresh food on the spot, but it was still the equivalent of McDonald's. So like the burgers looked almost exactly the same, but you can watch them in the back making them from scratch, and the fries making from scratch. So yeah. All right, 60 seconds on the clock. We're getting there. I had fun. I got told drift in them. Like so far, all the cities I've gone to have been kind of like a shithole. But Seattle is by far, if I was forced to live into a city that I've been to before, it would have to be Seattle. Because it reminds me of Charleston, but with more buildings. Like if you took the visual of Charlotte and put it with the people and area and location of Charleston, that's Seattle in my opinion. So that's what I would be doing if I had to live in a city. It was actually really nice. So if I ever win the lottery, we'll just get a... I had Cheesecake Factory too. Our Airbnb was right next to the convention. Like literally, we walked out, went around a wall, and we're there. All right, so it's time for the reveal. All right, let's see what this is all about. Multiplayer reveal, here we go. All right. Let me know if y'all can't hear as well. I'm gonna turn it up. Make sure
the time is finally here.
Hi.
Welcome to the multiplayer reveal for Call of Duty Vanguard. I'm Greg Reisdorf, the multiplayer creative director at Sledgehammer Games. At reveal, we saw the rise of Special Forces team, and now we've had our first technical test of Vanguard.
So that's Champion Hill.
The Champion Hill Alpha. Our team,
which makes me think they could have a headquarters. What's up, Kicker?
And thank you for all the valuable feedback. Today, we will show you our vision of the multiplayer.
Yeah, their audio is a bit out of sync.
Call of Duty Vanguard. On our last project, we brought the brotherhood of World War II soldiers to life in a more traditional approach, which was a great experience.
Is everything good, by the way, chat?
We're taking liberties and risks to deliver something completely fresh, new, and fun. But first, let's watch the world premiere of Call of Duty Vanguard multiplayer.
All right. I want to see kill streaks, not pity streaks.
Warriors, saboteurs, assassins.
Is that Takeo?
Lives turned upside down.
That'd be
by the
sick
right.
if they brought him back.
Each one with an axe to grind. And when we turn them loose, you better believe they're coming out swinging.
Minigun. Okay. That's a kill streak. The fact that there's this much color gives me hope. Like, look at the contrast between the player models and the map itself.
Got it.
Wally? What do you do, though? That reminds me of Aachen. Is that just their RC car? I'm seeing a lot of guns from World War II already. And just straight up gun that bitch. A lot of melee weapons. War machine, essentially. Okay. Car 98. Mounting. No, they got the stem shot? Come on. That doesn't... Yeah, but how many are remakes? Tactical destruction. We would walk through it. Gunsmith. Essentially the Juggernaut with the flamethrower. Okay. So November 5th. I gotta remind me to put in for that day off.
Pre-order now and get early
That was the new map for Warzone. That's what they were teasing at the end, which kind of gave me a vibe on the outside of the Blackout
Such
map.
amazing work that the team's been able to do, and we're thrilled to have that
I
trailer
hope you
out
can
in the
loop
wild.
streaks. Yeah,
The
like World War
multiplayer
II.
team is
That
putting
would be
players in
nice.
the shoes of a globally diverse cast. We
1940
focus
or
on
60.
special forces operators that are untraditional, gritty anti-heroes from every front of the war. We've also focused on our down the barrel
Yeah,
experience.
but does that mean you can play as the
brute force weaponry
Germans?
That
might be
devastates your enemies and
controversial.
the world around you. Today, I have the pleasure of sitting down with some of my colleagues I haven't seen in over a year, and some folks that I've never met before in real life. Our conversation
That
today
Rona
will be broken
gameplay.
down into 4 different
Far Cry
segments.
vibe, kind
We're
of
gonna
Warzone
talk
map.
about our day
Maybe.
one
I hope it's
offering for
really
multiplayer.
colorful, because let's be
We're gonna
honest,
go in-depth
Verdansk
into
is
gameplay.
gray
We're
brown
gonna
with
talk
more
to our art
gray,
directors about
with
Vanguard's
bursts
unique
of
look
color,
and take
almost
on
like the
World War
rendering
II.
engine can't
We're
keep
gonna
up.
talk to our narrative team about how they brought our operators to life, and we have some special guests from Beanox and Raven.
So here's the deal.
Plus, following the stream,
Treyarch is
we've
doing
invited
zombies
some of your
for
favorite
Vanguard.
creators to play Call of Duty Vanguard multiplayer, so stick around, we're just getting started.
So bring Rick Toffin back in zombies and let me have him as my global operator. I don't care about the other people. I want to play as Rick Toffin.
Sounds good.
So we have 20 total maps.
We do.
16 of them.
How many are remakes?
And they're across all locations, and they're
See,
western
that
front,
looks-
eastern front.
I'm liking
Africa,
actual
as
color.
well as
That's
Pacific.
too much brown, but
And
like the
four
color
maps that
here
comprise Champion Hill,
has
which is
some
airstrip,
hope.
Market, courtyard, and train yard.
I do love how.
Wait, are they counting Champion Hill as
fresh
4
approach to
maps?
World War II. We really wanted this time to focus on a global warfare
Okay.
and variety of settings.
And when you think about the player experience too, let's say you finish a match on Gavutu and you just came from the Pacific.
This really gives
and then the
me
next map
Black
that
Ops-
loads up is Desert Siege, and now
If
you're
Black
in
Ops 1 was more
Battle, and you're
vibrant,
just hopping all
that's
over
what
the
I'm
globe.
seeing. What do y'all
We
think?
just finished up Alpha. That was the first technical test of Vanguard. And starting today...
Yeah, I know they're gonna look like
preload
that,
for the
but like
beta,
if the
which has
sky is
Champion
still
Hill
blue, it'd
that
make me
everybody
happy.
can now experience, as well as 4 new maps.
Alright,
That's
so
what I'm super
PlayStation
excited
Early
about.
Access
It's
is this
quarantine for the
weekend.
first time, so it's Red Star, Hotel Royale,
Reminds me of Berlin.
Gavutu,
Reminds me of Black Ops 1 Hotel.
I cannot
Reminds
wait
me of Black
to
Ops 1
see
Jungle.
All of those players in there.
Mixed with Black Ops 4's, was it
And
Contraband
then we also
map?
have combat pacing. So you can now experience this huge range from tactical combat all the way up to blitz combat across those modes that are in the beta.
Okay, so you're saying that rushing is gonna be
It's such a different
fine. That reminds me of
experience between
Shangri-La if it was a
playing
multiplayer map.
Blitz and
That looks like the
tactical
World War
because
II snow map I
on
always
Blitz,
loved.
It's just no holds bar. You're going. Tactical, it's a lower player count, so we're actually increasing the time to engagement in there, and every shot matters. You're able to play with it in the filter system, so within quick match play.
Team
you're able
Deathmatch
to be like,
200?
oh, I
Wait,
prefer
what?
Tactical.
I'm gonna be doing Blitz. I remember when we were just first.
Wait, is
talking
Blitz
about
just gonna be
the idea
cranked
of making
modes?
Every map into shipment. I love that.
But having a map the size of Red Star feel like shipment, if you're having that
is crazy
level
as
of
well,
combat
yeah.
pacing, is what's really fun because
That is
it's
crazy.
different map by map.
It's so much.
Feels
fun
like
just
they're
going
talking like
in
they
and
keep in line with the
getting
community.
killed, because you just get killed and respawn and kill someone else constantly. It's amazing.
We also have Patrol coming in as well. It's a new mode for Vanguard.
It's really fun.
New
I'm really
mode.
excited to see how fans respond.
I cannot wait. I cannot wait.
It's essentially
New
this
mode.
moving hard point that's moving around.
You think
the
they did
map
any
on this map.
improvements?
You're going and you're taking it, and as people
From
play
the
more and
alpha?
more and
Probably
discover new
not.
strategies around
I
it,
think
but
all
there's
of that was
still
already
a control
pre-planned.
point
But yeah,
down
this makes
for
me
you.
think of Black Ops 1
That control
Jungle.
point is
No.
no matter how many
Black
people
Ops
from the
1's,
team are on it. So
what was
if
the
you're
bad map
truly,
on the
playing
beach
as a
and
team,
jungle?
You're gonna have people behind the patrol point, in front of it, really locking down
Can't
those
remember.
lanes.
It
That
wasn't
mode
cracked.
is
It
bringing
was-
so much more than we've ever had.
Think it
And
started
you're
with the
also
C?
Exploring the entire map.
Oh.
Playing with other players in these maps, being able to go into, clans. They're coming into the game. They're a
If
tier
you
1
do
feature.
clans
You
and
can
it's like
pair
Black
up
Ops
with your buddies
3's
and your friends.
system to where we can
Really,
easily
really
join and stuff,
special
you'll get
play
my
because
credit
it does
points.
Make all of your experiences on those maps and modes just so much better.
Because that was really
Think
nice
about
for open
Patrol, too.
lobbies.
Like if you played Patrol with your clan, how
You're
much more
gonna be
effective you
so
would
much
be
better.
if
Oh, yeah,
everybody was
absolutely.
coordinated taking the Patrol.
Or are
point.
they trying to go back to
Yeah, and you
MW3's
actually
elite clan
progress
system?
with your clan. Like that's a new thing that we have in the game. It's pretty exciting and awesome. Like,
But then again,
being able
didn't
to
Modern
have
Warfare have,
everyone
what
in
was
clans
regiments
go
or something
and
like that?
Be on progression.
And you can be in a clan together cross-gen as well.
That's right.
Okay.
Huge
Which would
win
make it
for
easier if we could
players
invite
around
for open lobbies.
cross-gen, cross-platform play where you can go and team up with really anybody who has the game.
It's exciting for me because
Have to deal with hackers from PC, you bastards.
And I'm gonna play on my PS4 at home.
I really loved it as well because we've invested quite a lot in our social features.
It really widens the
Hope
scope
so.
of the social experience.
If you have a friend who's playing Call of Duty, you don't have to now ask them, oh, what are you playing on?
Right.
You can just be like, join my clan.
We're so excited to have Call of Duty.
Hopefully that
Vanguard
fixes the
launch.
inviting
team
that me and Drift always
has
have issues
done
with.
a phenomenal job. I can't thank them enough for all of the effort they've put in. The most content day one. It's gonna be great.
Until you tell us how many remakes, I ain't giving you credit for most content day one.
Talk about
I've been
gameplay.
burned
So
too many
this
times for
interactive
that.
Environments, movement, and footsteps, create a class, weapons. It's all
Bro
about
looks like he
creating
just
a
got
fun
off an alien
environment for
ship.
Players to run around in. When we were thinking about it as a team, that feeling of pulling the
No,
trigger
that's
has to be
Sheldon if he
awesome.
didn't have hair.
And
Sorry.
we need to be able to use it then for gameplay as well. It's all about that player creativity.
When you first shoot something and it reacts to it, now you start becoming a little more creative about what you want to do with that.
Tactical sprint is in the game. We have it coming back, and you can just sprint through those walls as well.
We could walk through them in the alpha. Come on.
Do things, which really allows for a lot of freedom.
That's right. When you're taking cover behind something, they can also flush you out. You start seeing.
Can we have a
just
mode where all
shredded.
destruction is just
Mount
off,
on top
like
of
it's already
the
all been
fences as
destroyed?
well.
That'd be cool.
I love sliding into cover and either mounting on the side, mounting on the top, blind firing over the top.
Yeah, I don't like you.
Blind fire. Like, let's just talk about that for a second, because blind fire is all new.
And it's gonna ruin hardcore.
It's kind of the hip fire of mount. We actually
Yeah,
have it set
it's
up
gonna ruin
where
hardcore.
You can ADS and go into mount. So when you're near something, you're gonna go into mount every time you do that. But if you're in cover behind it, your gun's gonna come up
And ruin
And
hardcore.
now you're actually in this state where you get a little peek over the piece of cover that you're on, and you're now able to move back and forth across
To ruin
that
hardcore.
fire. You get the hip fire spread, and then once you see somebody coming, you can actually go right back into mount.
Let's
and
be honest, it's
transition
gonna
into
be LMG's
two,
highest
and
mags in a
it's
hardcore.
so
For
fluid.
like that!
It feels like it was always supposed to be there.
Destructible environments are throughout the game. It's on every map, and it just changes the map over time.
That's right. Like the state that the map starts at is going to look different than the state that it ends at.
Yeah, but you're gonna have people camping in the same locations
Everything
every time.
really
So there's
changes,
gonna be the
especially
same
in
holes
games
every
like
game.
Dom and Hardpoint. And even with this idea of combat pacing around those structures, like we have tactical combat pacing where now destruction just matters so much more when there's a lower player.
Yeah,
count, it's so
Brian,
much
I
more
want a
intimate. And then you
mode
go
where
into
everything's
something
already
like
destroyed.
Blitz, which is just crazy amounts of players in there, and those maps completely change based on how that combat pacing is.
But in the
flowing
end, they'll
throughout
still
every
look the
playbook
same
that
'cause
you're
we'll
going
destroy all the
into,
same
and
shit.
those modes even.
It's tactical adaptation.
We have a caliber system as well, which interacts with these destructive environments.
Oh god, high cal
And
coming
so
back.
You're able to now go caliber up or caliber down within each weapon.
The heavier the caliber, the more it's going to change the look of the walls.
Yeah, but let's be honest, people are only gonna use what's
Not just
best for
visual
killing
either.
each other. They don't give a shit
Increasing
about the
caliber
walls.
does increase the damage the bullet does. So we're kind of moving away from this concept of protecting rate of fire and damage. We're letting the players control it.
We have created a class in the game, and we're building on what was done in Modern Warfare 2019.
You got your primary weapon, secondary weapon, 3 perks, lethals, and tacticals.
It's about choices and about the player having choices. Within creative class,
Okay.
there's so much going on in there.
No
We have a
overkill.
gunsmith system coming back. We have caliber system, ammo types, 10 attachments as well that you can put on the gun.
There's a rumor that the more
Thing about
attachments
kind
you
of
have, the louder your
attachments is that
footsteps.
We're able to make it so that some of the attachments are much stronger than the other attachments. So you have a lot more options. Kind of taking.
Let's be honest, though, there will
30-ish guns,
be
bringing
one
it all the
best
way up to
option.
Over 100 because you can tailor them to whatever you want them to be.
They didn't say wild
And
cards.
they're still familiar with the perks, the 3 perk slots, and you can actually modify those and get some modifications around some of the other core gameplay pieces. And with these weapons and with this caliber system, there's so much in there to be able to use. We have certain perks that are dedicated to it.
Yeah, you might choose an LMG and then try to
In
combine
hardcore to ruin
perks
it.
for close range to make it so much more like an SMG, but with that power.
Hardcore,
and the ammo
hip
size
fire,
that
focus,
LMGs are bringing.
blind fire.
Or you might go the completely
Largest
other
mag.
way, lean into our new mounted movement system. So
Like
you can
that.
Slide around the cover You might equip it with piercing vision as one of your perks. Your perk
Piercing?
two
No!
allows you to actually
No!
highlight people through walls that you've suppressed. Suppression is a new mechanic that slows people down.
Didn't Battlefield
And with
people
that,
really make
that is
out
going
that
to give us
suppression is
the
bullshit?
most tactical
Why?
experience we've ever had in Call of Duty.
Yeah, we're trying a lot of risky things.
God
allowing
damn it.
players to tune things like damage or rate of fire, but we're committed to figuring
They
out
mentioned
the
two
right
bad
values
things
there,
back to back.
making a balanced game.
We
Walls and
really wanna
suppression.
push the envelope, and we really want
Yay.
to bring players a version of Call of Duty, a flavor of it that they haven't tried before.
It is truly
No,
the
we've
most
tried these
immersive
flavors
Call of
and we
Duty
spit 'em
experience I've
out.
ever played. And we're in this together. We're in it with the community.
Mhm.
We're there getting feedback from them on all of these elements.
Sure.
And we want to make it the best for everyone.
But then you shouldn't have copied Modern Warfare 2019. This is for me. I have a PS5. It's gonna have theater mode.
On this project, I feel like the collaboration between creative direction, design, and art, there was a lot more.
They're not socially
cohesion.
distancing.
And so we've grown together in such a way where we can have these great conversations.
See, I
It's
like that there's
about
color
stepping
on the
out of our
maps.
comfort zone a
Exactly.
little bit.
Yeah.
On
See,
the
like
last
you had both
project,
snow,
we worked
rock,
on
and
the brotherhood
vegetation.
of the soldiers. It was a very traditional look at it. This game in Vanguard, it's a fresh look. We wanted something fresh, and we wanted.
You got
to
rid
get
of
that
the
hit.
colorblind art director then?
This time around, we kind of dug deeper and we tried to understand what the soldiers were going through. And it changes the way that they walk, it changes the way that they talk, even the way they would dress and how they would stand. It had to be somebody that was real and somebody that we felt that, like, I want to be that person. I want to play
See,
that person.
I like the
I kinda
color
see
here.
myself
That
in that person. I think
hopefully
that
is in the
was it
game,
too, right?
reflecting
Like,
that way.
So who's your favorite character?
when I saw Daniel Yatsu, I thought to myself, hey, you know what?
He looks
I wanna
like-
be that character because that character kind of feels like me, you know?
He
And
kind
I
of
think
looks like they
that's
pulled a Black Ops 2 with Vonderhaar and kind of put him in there. See ya, Bullet. Appreciate you for stopping by, my man.
That our game, we're taking a character-centric approach. You actually have
Don't give a
roster.
shit about the
Yeah, you get to
characters.
learn more about them.
Yeah, it
Don't
makes me
give
wanna
a
play
shit.
Every character.
And they all have different looks as well.
Unless
that
it's
have
Rick
their
Toffin, don't
personalities
care.
in them.
The character team has done a lot of great
Yeah.
work. To
I'm tired of playing
recreate,
bland-looking
all the
games.
materials and things like that. I mean, they dress the mannequin as the exact character. They scan it there, and then they virtualize the authentic gear. And
Still don't care.
The same thing happens within the maps as well.
Yeah.
And so we even have some maps that are actual spaces in the world.
Okay. It's not necessarily a good thing.
We typically start with a block
Piccadilly.
of a map and try to figure out how we can get photogrammetry assets to match that block mesh. We tried it the other way around on this one. And that would really capture
Shades
the
of Grey.
spatial relationships of the buildings and the road and the hedges.
you know, it feels like a real.
It looks like a
place.
COD 2
It also
map.
helps with the tone because when something feels more realistic, you take it more seriously.
Yeah.
You know, and when you want to be immersed, you don't want to be pulled out by something that feels artificial.
But we don't want to be immersed. We want maps that play fun, that we don't get
And
screwed
there's so
over.
many other things that we've done to this engine. Like we've done a lot with foliage that's in our
That looks
Pacific
good.
maps.
Just speaking of simple things like foliage, the way that the light hits the leaves and then like bleeds and then shines through makes it feel more realistic.
We've been using
Don't
some new
use
software
that
techniques
word
to
in COD.
generate simulations for really windy situations where the palm trees are colliding with each other, and it really makes the map have this energy to it.
All of those atmospherics, like the Battle of Berlin, Gavutu, like these maps have so much weather going on, and it's been.
I wonder if the Battle of
exceptional
Berlin
in
is
the
going to
game.
take stuff from Berlin Wall from Black Ops 1.
Neo-Epic lenses is something we're looking at game-wide. We want to add that new, fresh, badass on top of the Epic setting.
And that's something that you developed.
Yeah, with the art team, we talked about what's the thing that's going to set us apart from the previous game that we made together. And so we talked a lot about the contemporary lens. And that's where the whole Neo aspect comes. Neo-noir, it's a new, evolved version of film noir movies. So Epic is its
Okay.
own type of movie.
But let's be honest, we're not gonna be noticing most of that when we play.
Add a Neo rebirth to it.
We're going to be noticing, hey, is that asshole camping? I'm on a streak. Not... Oh, trees!
Environments that that we pick to play in, the palette, the color. A lot of it has to do with the tone.
See, that has a lot of good color,
The art team has done an amazing
relatively
job.
speaking.
Just the entire team as a whole.
That's
has done an
more
amazing job
gray,
making
brown,
this
and
look
bland.
great.
That
With
has
all
a
the
good,
content
decent
that we
mix.
had to do, we needed the rendering, we needed engineering, we needed the effects, the lighting, the whole team.
In other words,
needed
last
studio
gen, y'all are
to
getting
learn to
screwed.
get it
I'm gonna go ahead
looking
and call it
super
now.
Awesome, in a way that we can deliver the best COD game.
I've got a
we can do.
PS5, so I'll get the top console edition, but last gen, y'all are screwed. Your PS5 is gonna start sounding like an Osprey. Dual blades trying to take off.
We have a cast of characters. Those characters also come over into multiplayer.
We took the personalities from our campaign and brought them to the wild,
Still don't care.
exaggerated, crazy.
So that means
world.
Maxis will be an operator if Treyarch
We
is
have 12
continuing
operators
zombies.
That launched, 6 in the beta, all from different walks of life.
What is
You're on
bringing those
PC?
characters
Well, you should be
together
okay unless
into
your hardware isn't up to date.
Character from Call of Duty World War II.
I mean, I've got PC too, so I guess we'll find out.
We needed a character when we went.
I have a
to the
2070.
Special Forces, the connective tissue, who was the guy who went around and found all these people to give birth to this new type of.
So in other words, you
And he
gave
puts them
him the
together and
Captain
sends them to these
Price
incredibly dangerous
backstory.
situations.
Sometimes you need a job done. That's when you call the professionals.
Sure as hell
These
sounds
special
similar to him.
operations Task forces that we have, the SOTFs. What are these?
That's the whole notion of multiplayer, is that this is Butcher.
Okay, so basically
They do
where they're
feel like
sitting is
ragtag people
inside their
from all over the
multiplayer
world to
maps.
form these
I'm
awesome
starting to
squads.
notice
Elite
similar
soldiers.
things.
So when you unlock one of these operators, you get that moment to learn more about their backstory. Melinda, do you have a favorite one of those?
I do. My favorite is for Solange, who is Dutch Aruban, and she
Dutch Aruban?
was plucked from her everyday life and put into the war, and she did strategy. And I
Samantha
think what's
Maxis or Rick
interesting is
Toffin?
with
That's
our
all I care
characters,
about.
we also not
Oh,
only
you have his
touch
2070 Super
on
as well?
people who
Yeah, that's
fought
what I
on the
have.
front lines. We touch on people
But I
that
might be
fought
building
at
a
home
streaming PC with all the
or
parts
were
I have.
taken and not primed for war. They were just normal people that wanted to live normal lives, and then the war happened and everything changed.
Everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked.
But you can choose how it molds you.
Most of the time in multiplayer, you're selecting the character, you're in the game, you're in the action, running around.
We have a
We
couple that are
hope.
just like absolutely crazy, don't we? I think Paulina's really sinister, actually, and you get more of a look into her character. It almost makes you like afraid of her.
It's about immersion, about putting players in there. And these stories are...
It's like a B-17 that just snorted. Yeah, crispy it will.
We wanted to champion a lot of the forgotten stories of the war, and a lot of them are female-led stories. There are a lot of women that had a part in the war, whether on the home fronts or on the battlefield.
Just write them well. Write them well.
Created so much lore around them and their backstory and who they were as people, and also we wanted them to feel like distinct pieces on their own.
As you're randomly assigned an operator when you start the game, or you can now use that operator as much as you want. And then they have operator progression, which is a brand new thing where as you're leveling that operator, you're getting cosmetic rewards. They
Still
have
don't give a
charms
shit.
that are based
Cool.
on their
My
backstory,
hands,
new
they're different
cool
colors
animations that they
now.
use in the game,
Ooh.
or finishing moves and everything else that really immerse you in that experience.
Like even finishing moves, I don't give a shit
In
about.
multiplayer, it's Team A versus Team B.
You want me to care
It is
more
a
about
very
finishing
delicate
moves? Let me
decision.
like interact
One
to
that we
counter,
found
to where like
was
he
the
triggers
best
it. If you
game.
catch it in
It's
time, you'll have to
players
button
to
press to counter.
be able to customize their character and how they want to play.
You know, once we made that call, it was really important to then really dig
Are
deep
you
into
Niku, Vol?
find all those different characters, because it was a global war and people were fighting their own battles in their own countries.
I do think, though, there's a lot of opportunities for people to learn
Yeah,
about
I'm waiting on if we're getting
perspectives
pity
and new
streaks or kill
angles
streaks
on
or
things that happen
point
during that
streaks.
time period.
So a lot of diversity in our characters, not just in
It's
their
concerning
race,
we
but their
haven't
appearance, their gender, and all of that is explored more. in
gotten
Niku.
any. Oh wow,
They're
that
all
was
fictional
bad.
characters grounded in World War II, but they are based on real people and real groups that did fight in the war.
Yeah.
The
Kill streaks.
campaign is the characters
Gameplay.
we're playing as. We don't want them to talk too much to sort of allow the player to.
You
live
need
the
to change your
experience.
name then,
In
Vol.
multiplayer, we get to actually
Niku.
make them talk, and you can hear them talk more.
Cool, you can make them talk more. Can I silence them in the menus,
It's
please?
multiplayer. It's still a game. There's
I
so
don't
much
want to
history
hear
there,
them
there's so
yakking,
much
unless it's
depth
Rick
and
Toffin.
richness, and you've been able to bring all of this together into this story that is quite amazing.
I'm reloading. Over. The Epic or the PC experience. Okay.
Hey everyone, my name is Marc-Alexandre Milo, the UI UX director at Beanox, and today I'm here representing.
As long as they got pity streaks, you'll be happy. I hope it's not pity streaks.
We are very excited to bring you Call of Duty Vanguard. Beanox has put together a dedicated and passionate team to push the quality of the PC version each and every year. We want the game to be tailored for our PC community.
So yeah, I need to get my streaming PC up and built.
Latest hardware technology, and also optimizing for the best performance. With Call of Duty Vanguard, you will get the greatest features and improvement that we have built over the years.
And if you haven't done a good job with the coloring on PC, people will use their NVIDIA filters to change the colors to actually be able to see.
And also a lot of settings to fully customize your experience throughout the game.
It doesn't necessarily mean shit.
We wanted our game to be even more accessible. We added options to reduce motion sickness, improve text readability, and we even added adaptive ease of use settings to fit your gameplay style.
I'm just seeing a lot
We've
of
also done a ton of work to improve input latency. By using a high-speed camera combined with an Arduino board and an NVIDIA LDAT, it's a device that measures input to photon latency.
Yeah, does the M1 have a good ping sound?
Identify opportunities to improve reaction time in terms of milliseconds. We have also reworked our auto-detect features. As you may know, we optimize all the graphic settings based on your hardware. This time, you get to choose if you prefer to have the awesome visual experience or aim for the highest frame rates.
Niku over here like, max frames!
To jump into your party or during a round transition, we added a setting that reduces the brightness of your other monitors to allow multitasking without missing any of the action.
I feel like that's going to put a lot of processing stress on GPUs.
And we can't wait for you to experience Call of Duty Vanguard on Battle.net. Now, I'll pass it to Raven to give you the latest intel on what's coming to Warzone this year.
Not a working anti-cheat. I'm going to call bullshit on that.
I'm Amos Hodge, Associate Creative Director at Raven Software. With the launch of Vanguard, we want to ensure that the feel and
I'm not commenting on
the
it.
game extends beyond the multiplayer experience and into Call of Duty Warzone.
That's only going to be available, Traps, on the Japanese front.
This year, shortly after the launch of Vanguard, and we are going to the Pacific.
Yep, I knew it. Called it.
An entirely new play space, complete with all new points of interest. Players will get to traverse the lush landscapes of the island and make their way through a variety of extremely cool locations while battling it out alongside friends and foes. Our goal was to create a fresh, new experience for Call of Duty players by breaking out of the war-torn world of Verdansk to create an atmosphere that is vibrant, alive, and is really open.
That looks like the PUBG Caribbean island looking map.
Visuals and technology, Warzone Pacific will share the same tech and engine as Call of Duty Vanguard. This allows for seamless weapon integration and play balance. Fully optimized crossplay, cross-progression, and cross-gen support will be enabled so that you can play with your friends.
Yeah, wasn't that the goal of Warzone in the beginning? But the guns had different stats.
We want to ensure that Warzone Pacific will be the best experience it can be. We will be launching with a multifaceted new anti-cheat system that will be rolled out with the new experience goes live later this year.
And before good players would ban more than cheaters.
And are excited to have it ready day one when the new Warzone experience releases.
See, that's what
Our teams have worked hard on this and much more.
I figured that was going to be the case.
So, we know how much it means to everyone. We will be continuing to offer a massive calendar of free post-launch content featuring new.
So Vanguard's not going to be launching with an anti-cheat.
Limited time events.
They're linked.
And seasonal events, as well as community celebrations and much more. We look forward to playing with all of you later this year when the Pacific officially comes online.
Later this year, so it's not coming out with launch. It's going to be coming out probably just before Christmas, so they can push a big purchasing. What's up, Thunder?
Much more for our fans to experience from the beta through launch. The beta will be running over the next 2 weekends, and you can preload on PlayStation starting today. For your first look at live gameplay from Call of Duty Vanguard Core Multiplayer, tune in now to one of your favorite creators from the entire team around the world.
Fucking not me.
Thank you so much for joining us today. We can't wait to see you in the game.
Yeah. I'm just gonna go ahead and mute that audio because it's a song. Patrol, kill confirmed, domination. What is still very concerning to me is we haven't seen the streak system, but if people have already playing it or they're about to play now, I guess it's time for me to go watch some streams. Nope, wrong one. Okay. I'm concerned they didn't reveal a couple things that I'm most curious about, but we can find that out in other people's streams here in a moment. But I don't know. What do y'all think? Doesn't look like anything special or standing out, personally. Seems like it is just another typical COD. So, let's go to Twitch. I wonder who's live right now playing it. Well, that's my first opinions. So it's just a different COD, same year. Yeah, that is what it appears to be. I'm not streaming this now because I wasn't invited. Whatever. Still on the fence for you. Well, Muffins will be buying it for zombies because you just tuned in, so you missed all of it. This will be left up as a VOD. It's Control C, Control V. Yeah. Is it just me, or did the Pacific Warzone map look exactly like the PUBG tropical looking island map? Is Tim the Tatman on? Well, he would be on YouTube now. Show bookmarks. All right. So yeah. Hi, new here. Yeah, you will, Muffins. Don't be a bitch, because you're going to be playing with me the entire time, hosting my lobbies and everything while I grind shit for Drift. You know damn well you are. You're my good little matchmaking bitch, okay? You know better. Radar is a perk in the game. Wait, what? To have red dots, you have to run the perk? The fuck? The fuck are you on? You gotta be joking, right? Is Noisy Butters? Yeah, she's live. All right, well, I'm going to tap out of this, and I'm going to go make some opinions on the multiplayer. I'm not playing, but I want y'all to see it, so go find your favorite streamer. I'll probably have Noisy Butters up, because she won't be raging. So I'll have Tim up on the side, so I have my rage. So yeah, I appreciate y'all stopping by, and there will be a stream tonight. I have to run into town, get groceries, do some errands, so thank you for stopping by. See y'all later.